get the football back.
You know, this is the regular season partner. We'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
On the carry, it's Davis. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Shift together here from the D-line. From the end zone, Smith. And he goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety. And the blitz was on there, able to get in the backfield from the linebacker spot and get him 2 points.
Brandon, we know a defensive coordinator right now who's looking for a raise. He had that dialed in perfectly, didn't he? The perfect blitz at the perfect time, 2 points for his team.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly doesn't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be good for a Denver first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And avoids the contact by sliding. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Denver.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And a loose football. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, after what we just saw, we know that with 3rd down coming up, this is not a gimme for the offense. They've got to figure out what they want to do. Do they challenge their offensive line and try and run it? Or do they go ahead and concede that this is a tough defense and put it in the air?
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll set up to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And it's a big turnover there on the final play. Back now at the home of the champs here in Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Now Gino. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that is incomplete.
But that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. Fresh set of downs here.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. To the football, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a lot. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Mike Davis, 36 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he's got some space here. And he's taken it all the way back for a return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
And that big fourth-quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
And the lead is down to a field goal now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just got their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about...
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Throwing is Smith. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 18 yards there and a first down. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run with Davis. And he's brought down after a good gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. A lot of scoring.